We're changing our grips on the handlebars on our bike today. If you follow me on my other socials like Instagram, you probably already know that I do my own re-grips on my golf clubs. So we're going to follow a similar style to that. So we're going to use, the biggest thing is figuring out if you want to keep your old grips that's on your bike, or if you don't mind cutting through them with the knife and discarding them. So that's what we're going to try to figure out today. I think I'm going to lean towards keeping the old grips, but while we at changing the grips today, I'm also going to change the bar ends. I don't like the ones I got last year, so we're going to switch it up and we're going to roll with something a little new this year. So stay tuned. Let's change these grips, baby. Alright, so what we're going to do first is get these bar ends off so we can get to the grips and take these grips off. Yeah, so let's get to it. Screw these bad boys off. Yeah, so these are going to be gone. Alright, now that we got the bar ends off, like I said, I'm going to try to keep these grips just in case I don't like the new grips I'm going to put on today. So what I'm going to try to do is just get under it here. So just got this tool here. I'm not sure what it's really called, but just going to poke this bad boy in here and try to loosen up any glue that's in here. And as you can see, it's already turning, so that's a good sign. You also just want to make sure you don't poke through the grip because then obviously you can't reuse it. So just going to keep doing that. See if we can get these bad boys off now. Nice. So that's coming off pretty smooth with just a nice little twist here. Could get a little messier. And if you have a tough time getting those off, what I would recommend doing is using a little bit of WD-40, as you can see here. And what I would recommend doing is just sticking it in between the bar and the grip and spraying a little bit of WD-40 in there, and also taking a object like this that you can get in there and just kind of loosen up. So as you can see here, this is some of the old 2-way tape or glue or something like that. So got that all done. So I don't know if you guys can kind of see the residue that's on the handlebar, but what I'm going to do is use a little bit of this rubbing alcohol, just some dollar store brand, nothing crazy, 70% alcohol. So what I'm going to do is take this and a little tissue paper or washcloth or microfiber cloth, whatever you got. And I'm just going to get that in there, clean off some of that residue. The good thing about alcohol and why I use alcohol is because it kind of dries itself. But I'm sure you can clean it off with any other like cleaning solution or degreaser or anything like that. And I do have a degreaser. I don't plan on using it, but we'll see if I have to. But I don't think I will need it. So like it's coming off pretty good here. So I didn't get any like metal or grips to where you'll have to mess with the throttle box or anything like that. There's just rubber slide-on grips with open ends. So that's something to consider too if you're going to change the grips on your bike. And then if you do just get regular grips, it's something good to note is that you're going to get two different sizes in most cases with the rubber grips. You're going to get one that has a smaller diameter as far as the end hole and the entrance hole. And then you're going to have one that's going to be a little bigger with a little less thickness to it. The one with the less thickness is going to be the one that's likely going to go on the throttle side. And the one with the smaller diameter and the thicker thickness usually goes on the non-throttle side, which would be your left. So that's something to take note and consider. Yeah, so we're just kind of going to do the same thing on the other side here. Just get these bar ends off here. I'll probably just speed through this because yeah, you're just imitating the same thing that you did on the left side on the right side. As I mentioned before, we're not going to touch this throttle box here because we're just sliding on the rubber grips. But something that you also want to note is, because I don't know if your rubber grips or whatever grips you have are going to have like a little cushion here, but you want some distance between your rubber and the throttle box because you don't want that getting stuck and yeah, getting yourself in a pretty sticky situation. So I decided to roll that off instead of using the WD-40. So got a nice little bit of gunk glue and all that to clean off, but should be fairly easy. So this is a pretty old glue here. I was on the fence whether I should just do some adhesive over it and keep it moving, or if I wanted to clean it all off. I decided to go with the just clean it all off route. So it's a little time consuming, but I don't know, hoping it'll pay off. And it's probably just less I'll have to worry about if I want to change my grips again later. Like if I don't like these new grips I just purchased, or if I just, you know, find another set that I prefer or like, or just want to keep it spicy and switch it up. Or heck, even go back to my old ones. Alright, so now that we got most of it off, I'm just going to hit it with this degreaser one more time. Clean off any extra stuff that I can just by twisting it and pulling with this microfiber cloth. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that came. See if I can get in here and show you guys what it looked like from this side. I'm going to choose to actually spray my handlebar with a little heavy duty adhesive. You may not have to do that. Again, like I said, you can either use a 2-way tape, like how I grip my golf clubs, or you can use some type of glue. I just didn't want to get messy and glue, depending on how heavy duty it is. It can dry pretty fast. So I'm just going to go with the spray adhesive. The one I just went with is just something I also use for, like, you know, I don't know, clothing or something like that I'm doing, or leather, or suede. And I also have this, again, like I said, I grip my own clubs and stuff, so I do have this little grip solvent. If it's going to be a little difficult to get the grip on there, which I don't think is going to be the case. So yeah, I'm just going to use the same little rag that I had, or tissue that I had, to clean it, to also just spray this little two-way on it, so I don't get it on anything else like the handlebars. So I don't get it on the levers or the bike. So it's already pretty tacky. So you definitely want to make sure you don't get it on something that you don't want it on, which it looked like I did a little bit. Domino grip, I think that's how you pronounce it. I just seen you know, some YouTubers and stuff that I follow, they kind of use this. So I decided to go with the brand too. It's like a little racing, I think, brand, which I don't really participate in all that, but anyways, thought it was a cool grip. Making sure that you get the logo aligned the way you want it to. Yeah, so I'm using a little force here to make sure I can get it on there. Oh yeah, that adhesive is not playing any games. So now we just want to make sure the end is on there real good and not lagging or hanging or anything like that. So it looks good. Let's see here. Make sure I get the logo the way I want it. So I'm going to put a little more on this one than I did last time, just because it's going to be a lot of twisting and whatnot with this throttle and this grip. Okay, cool. So that's pretty smooth right there. Like I said, I put more lubricant on it this time. take a look at it. Again, don't try to get the rubber too close to this throttle box here, because you don't want the rubber up against it and get stuck someday and your throttle's stuck and just put yourself in a bad situation. So make sure there's some room there. Alright, so the bar ends I decided to go with were the Rizema, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But it came with a lot of accessories to make sure it fits your bike. So I just went with the shoulder screw, like a little plastic spacer or washer, and then this little piece here, just because when I see inside there, I see it has a similar piece, so figured this would fit it like a puzzle. So stick that bad boy in there and go and put it in there, see how it looks. Alright, I'll make sure I get that showing. Yeah, I want to make sure that this is showing. I guess that's personal preference, but yeah. In there good and tight. Again, these are bar ends, nothing crazy, nothing special about it, but I just want to switch it up. But I like it. Alright guys, so I'm all done, got it set up. I like it, man. I like it. It's pretty early. I don't know how the grip's going to do, but I like it. Something to note as well, you also want to keep a little space here for the same reason that might happen here. So I may adjust that a little bit or put on the bigger screw in the spacer just to leave a little more space there, because you don't want to hit in the throttle and then the rubber gets stuck on here. So probably will adjust that as well, but so far so good, man. I like it. It's clean, it's different. Definitely different than what I had before. I like that. That's pretty clean to me. Yeah, so let me know in the comments if you guys like the older bar ends. They got, yeah, I think I made a good choice switching them over. Yeah. I think I did a good job of switching those over. The color is a little darker than the bike color, but I still like it nonetheless. But again, thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all learned something today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you.